All right, good morning, guys. So we already got some traders in the chat. Now, I have already made a trade this morning in pre-market. I made $31 in profit. Quick little profit on this flag here on SNDE. Got in at 383. Break over the triangle top. Sold up here at 415. Nice little 30-cent pop on this flag. And SNDE currently is still trying to hold up the 9 EMA, so there still could be some possible opportunities there. OGEN is trying to break $2 right now. Popped out of this triangle. Pre-market high is at 212, so there's going to be some resistance there. And then $2 is obviously holding up as some resistance right here so far. They got some positive results on their COVID-19 vaccine, so that's pretty big right now. That could be possible play there. CEI doesn't have any PR, but it's been slowly coming up here. They could break over 121. Let's pop over the OGEN though. Turn my pre-market stuff off there. OGEN having a little bit of a sell-off. SNDE trying to pop over 4 here. There's a lot of selling pressure up here in this 420 area, though. The 100-day moving average is at 429. So this looks like it's just selling off pretty hard. On this WISA. Ooh, SND really taking a hit there now. What's up, Daniel B? Good morning, buddy. Like I said, I've already made a profit for today in pre-market, so I do have a little bit of funds left. I am trying to look for another trade, but I'm not too gung-ho because I don't want to give back any of the profits I already made. So we kind of have another little triangle. I'm brave. This was an easy play. There wasn't really, like, I sat down I sat down to make my watch list and saw this flag and I just jumped in. I mean, I made this quick profit in about 3 minutes of trading, so it was a pretty quick easy trade there. But pre-market is tricky. I don't really like trading pre-market too often unless I see something I just can't pass on, because you do have to limit order in and out. I'm going to go on OGN. There's a lot of buying coming in right here. Don't really have a pattern. Ooh, I may have jumped the gun here. All these buyers are getting taken out. Let's see if this 190 can hold up. If 190 can hold up, it should be fine, but there we go. 190 is holding up. Now it's got to break 2. If it can't break 2, we're going to have a sell-off. Ooh, there's a wall at 2. Yeah, there's a lot of sellers at 2. Yeah, it's having a hard time even getting it to 199 is. There we go. Now let's see what happens here at 2. Oh, it's getting. They're cutting right through. 205. So like I said, 212 is going to be some resistance if this can hold over to. Yeah, 2's trying to hold us some support here. Trying to break over this triangle. And I may lock out at 212 depending on what it does. We'll see. Sell her there at 206. It's getting hung up. Yeah, it's starting to come back down here a little bit. There we go. Okay. We need to see buyers keep coming in at 2. It does not need to crack below 2 or it's going to have to consolidate or do something else than what it's doing. A lot of selling at 205. So if we can break through that. Needs to break over 205 soon if it's going to keep up this move. If it keeps struggling here, it may turn around. Yeah, there's a lot of selling pressure above 2 here. This is not looking good at the moment. If it drops below 190, I'm getting out. Yeah, it's looking a little sketchy here. Yeah, I'm getting out. Alright, so not much there. But the fact it couldn't break over right here over the top of the triangle, that's not a good sign. So it may take a little longer to consolidate, or it may just not do it. But there was a lot of selling pressure right through here. But I still was able to lock in a little bit there. $2, not much. Let's see, 190 is trying to hold up. 90 EMA is at 190. I don't short anyway. I'm on a cash account, so I don't short. But that's alright. That's my funds for today. So 2 trades, both positive. This one wasn't a great trade, but it was okay. I did get a decent entry at 190, so that was able to keep me from, you know, taking a loss on this for it not breaking out. Yeah, it looks like it's going to have to consolidate, so let's see what else is going on at the moment. BLNK is coming back up. CEI. CEI needs to break over 121. Oh, this is just ugly on WSA. I'm probably gonna take that off the watch list. SNDE, nothing yet. See, OGEN is still trying to hold up 190. If 190 keeps holding up, then it may try to break out again. 190 is acting as a little resistance though. Seems like her shorters may be in this because the way it keeps pushing down. I mean, it is on a pretty good run over the past month. Still buyers in here though. They just got all them ones at 184 just got taken out. It may consolidate and may come all the way back down to 173's 175 area to this bottom support. So it just may not be ready to break out of that triangle yet. Got a little triangle going on there. AMPY, why is this rip? This went on a 56-cent rip, no PR. Nothing really going on. It's running right up to that 100-day moving average. I don't think that's going to do much. This is a little dividend stock. Looks like it's about due for a dividend. December, February, March. Unless they cut off their dividends. Maybe that's what they did. I'm going to put AMPY on the watch list just in case. Because if it does break 2, it does have some room to move. And if it breaks 2, it has room up to 230. So it possibly could be something there. SNDE looks like it's going to die off here soon. I think I'm going to take this off. This is just not looking good at all. So let's see, OGEN came down to 177 so far. Hey, One Life, when is that IPO you were talking about earlier coming out? SNDE just started popping out of nowhere, popping over the, trying to pop over this downtrend. But you can see that held it down so far. So this candle's fixing to close. This might be the play here. It just tested 420. That's the pre-market high. Yeah, this might be the play right here. Yeah, there. Woo! Guys, if I had any funds, I would have jumped in right there, but I don't. So that's why I was telling you this might be the play. It has a nice little quick pop up, a 40 cent pop there to break of this downtrend. It's probably going to move now. Maybe, let's see, the 100-day is at 428. So it needs to hold above 428. If it can hold 428, then it's got quite a bit of room to move. All the way up to 450. Yeah, if it holds 428, it's got room to 464. You're in at 356 on SNDE, Donna? If you got this at 356, you go, girl. You're killing it, because that was a nice rip. Now, I would expect a little selling after that rip. And you can see it is pushing down, but like I said, 428, that needs to hold up. If 428 holds up, this is good to go. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. You ain't got to chat right now. You do your trade. You see there, 428's trying to hold. Nice buy-in volume candle here. We got 3 minutes on this candle to close. I'd want to see this candle close over 428. Oh, it's about to break 4. Whoa, here you go. All the way up to 463. And that's right where that resistance is. So that would have been my first profit target there. See, where else do we got? And then there's resistance at 474, so there's going to be some resistance above that area. Ooh, if this closes under 428, could be a little sketchy because it could turn around fast. It's still trying to hold. Still got 2 minutes on this candle though. This is a wild one. In pre-market, when it moves fast. And if this candle closes like this below 428, I would be a little concerned because this is a pretty nice size upper shadow on this. If you didn't lock out at 463 up in that area. Oh, looky here. Looky here. $40 seconds on this candle to close. It's looking pretty good right now. It's looking pretty decent. Oh, now it's coming. This is a pretty quick moving stock. If it does break over 463, then it might start moving pretty fast. 450 still holding up as some resistance. Good close on that candle. And you still want 428 to hold, but got some buyers new buyers starting to come in a little bit. And that's why you want 428 to hold, because new buyers usually will come in if a new support area is starting to hold. Here you go. All the way up to 475. Hey, it's not bad, buddy. 36 is still better than nothing. It might. It's kind of curling. I mean, 463 was a little bit of tough resistance. 475 is definitely acting as some resistance. And then if it breaks that 475, it probably will run up to 5. But then I think I saw, where did I see it at? Right. Maybe a little bit at 512. I don't know. I would say if this breaks over 5, it's going to run up to... It's probably going to make a nice run if it breaks 5, because there's not really much resistance after 5. No, not really until 6, but 5 will be tough resistance, because it's $5 is always tough resistance. Oh, it did just push up to 480 so far. At this point, you want to see 450 start holding that support. No quick little drop back down, but I mean, this was a nice run so far, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if it had a pullback after that run. Ooh, big buyer just came in at 444. Oh, he got taken out pretty quick. Yeah. And trying to break back over 450. Let's see here. So we are getting some selling. This little pullback after this nice run. Hey, there you go, Donna. I wouldn't say it's done yet. if it continues to hold the 100-day, new buyers will come back in. So that 430, 428 area, as long as that holds, then this still is live. This could just be a healthy pullback. This could be all that is. It's hard to tell yet. And to see where this candle closes, it's got a minute to close, but if it closes over 428, I would imagine new buyers will come in. Let's see, it's got 40 seconds to close. Yeah, but the thing is, Donna, you know, you take your time, build that $500 account, a couple of months. You know, you might be trading with 2,000. You know, you just keep slowly building up that small account, because what that small account is going to do is going to keep you disciplined. Because if you are not disciplined on a small account, you will blow it up. So important key is to keep the losses small and keep your wins consistent. Now see, it's cracked back below 428. So now it may be done. Because that candle did close below 428. Oh, some new buyers coming in though. But it didn't completely drop below 428. Just let's see, it looks like 424, 425 kind of held up a little bit there. If this breaks back over 450 on this candle, it'll probably make another move up. This has really been a pretty good market so far this week. There's been some pretty good predictable moves. See, 425 is, well, never mind. I was about to say it looks like it's trying to start making some support there, but still 4 minutes on this candle, so still a lot of time to see what this is going to do. Plus we know that this stock can move 60 cents in one candle. So it's looking a little sketchy there for a second. But like I said, if it breaks back over 450 on this candle, then it'll probably move again. You can see that wick came up and hit right at 450. But did anybody else get this move besides Donna and Epic? This nice little break of $4 here. This nice little downtrend break. So that was a good move. That was an 80-cent move right there. So far. And this still isn't over yet. Oh, you got back in? What price did you get back in at? Yeah, 480 is the new high. That's what I was saying. If it breaks back over 450, it'll probably shoot up and make another new high again. And you can see the selling pressure trying to keep it from doing that. Now it's really starting to sell off a little bit. So a little sketchy. Worst case, you want $4 to hold. $4 is where the 9 is at, so, and $4 was that tough resistance, so you definitely want that to hold. This candle's got a minute to close. It's not looking too good. It's starting to look like a bent fishing rod now at this point. See the 1 minute. So what the, yeah, buying volume is real low. That's why it was important for 428 to hold up. Yeah, that 4 is cracking. See if 4 can even hold. If 4 doesn't hold, this is going to drop quick. See, 4 is trying to hold, but this candle's closing in a downward motion now, so not spectacular. So it's got a new downtrend to break. There's a new downtrend line. It has to get back over that to become a live play again. So let's see what else is going on. What's OGEN doing? OGEN cracking out the bottom of the triangle. That was a nice little pop out of the triangle here on BLNK. 760 up to 8. Nothing there, nothing there. So I'm going to take CEI off, take OBLG off. Yeah, this is, yeah, SNDE is looking pretty done now. AMPY getting a little pop up. It's a bit of a flag on AMPY. Let me see. Yeah, it's a pretty decent flag. But $2 is going to be strong resistance, so if it does break out of that flag, it's got a little ways to go. BLNK. Let's see, pre-market high was at 774. Yeah, but when you get a profit, sometimes it's best just to stop there for the day. But don't beat yourself up too bad. You got the initial rip. What's up, Mark? Good morning, buddy. Why did you jump back in, Epic? Maybe I can help you talk you through. There's not a lot of volume on AMPY though. Even though this isn't a flag, I don't know how I feel about it. It did get close to 5. It got to 480. But that's why I was saying 428 needed to hold up, and then this candle closed below 428, which is sketchy. If this candle could have held above 428, it probably would have been a little different story. But when this one closed at 424 and then this one opened, below 428, it did try to push back above. But look, if you look right here on the chart, this is why I was saying this is 428, because this 100-day moving average is resistance. So if you take the 5-minute chart away and you look at just the day chart, you can see that 428 was a very important spot where this needed to either be new support, because if it doesn't become new support, it's still resistance. So that new support has to become support and prove its support. And it couldn't do that. So now, it's under this big resistance there. Because for these continued up moves like this, you want new buyers to come in at support. But that support has to be confirmed, because new buyers are not going to jump in if this new support isn't confirmed yet. Hold on a second here. Let's see. There actually is a bit of a trend line on this. This trend line wasn't really clear right here yet, though, but it's starting to look clear here. If it ends up holding up this 375 area, then this trend line will be confirmed. So it still may not be done yet. But it's hard to say, because even if this does hold up the trend line here and starts making its way back up, 428 is still going to be resistance. Got my little triangle. Triangles everywhere. Alright. So how's OGEN doing? OGEN is trying to come back up in the triangle. BL and K nothing so far. Whoops. Yeah, I don't think AMPY has enough volume to break this. It tried there, but it failed pretty badly. Oh, getting back in at 465. Yeah, that's a little rough. That was a little rough. That's why I try to get my entries at the break of the triangle. Because if the break of the triangle is resistance and it holds above that break, it breaks out and then it holds above, then where I bought at resistance, that old resistance becomes new support. So that's why I try to buy, close to the triangle, either the top of the break or on the bottom of the triangle here on the support. Buying at support's a lot better for entries than buying somewhere kind of random. But don't beat yourself up about it, man. You'll get it. You got the initial rip, so that's a good thing. You didn't just go in too crazy and just take a loss. You did get the initial rip and was able to profit. Just next time, don't jump back in unless you're pretty confident that it's going to go back up. And if you do jump back in on something like this, make sure you're buying at a support level and not a higher up level like 465. I mean, I could see if you bought right here, maybe. Whoops, that's crooked as. Draw this line right there. So I could see maybe you're thinking this 464 right here might hold because it was a new high. But I mean, that's only one candle wick where it hit, so that's not going to be very strong support there. Oh, just on a hunch? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I tend to do that too, and every time I do go off of hunches, I tend to take a loss. So I'm with you there on that. So don't, when you get a hunch, you probably don't want to follow through with the hunch. At least in my experience, that's what I've learned the hard way multiple times. Multiple times. People who's been following me for a while know I used to get hunches all the time. It's like, I know it's going to do this, and then I would take a loss. I'm like, well. So don't beat yourself up, man. It happens to all of us. Well, BL and K is, it just keeps trying to hold up, just slowly creeping up. Ooh, this is starting to crack. If this cracks the trend line, then it's definitely done. I don't see much else really going. Wait, hold on a second here. Really? So I took this off of my watch list because it wasn't doing anything, and now it's popping above this downtrend finally. And it's getting some volume, so possibly something here. But at this point, I would have wanted to be in down here at the break of the triangle in this 410 area. Although this does have room to move. 450 is trying to break 450 here. If it breaks 450, it might start moving. And slowly taking out 450. Still struggling though. See, this doesn't have any PR though, so that is a little sketchy. Oh, I didn't notice this. The high of the year is 450. Pre-market doesn't really count for highs and lows intraday, so that's why it's not showing up. Now it's starting to break 450. So the only resistance you're gonna have on this at this point is over 450. Well, 450 is gonna be resistance, so this candle will need to close over 450, and then maybe some at 465, 480, and 5 of course is always resistance. And you see at 450 holding up. How's SNDE doing? SND still okay. Still slowly climbing up this trend line. BLNK slowly climbing. AMPY cracking this triangle, so that's not going to do anything. We'll take that off. OGEN is coming back up in the triangle. Wait, where'd that stock go I was looking at? Oh, there it is. OBLG. So this is about to close. It doesn't look like it's going to close over 450. It does looks like it's going to try to break back over it. Yeah, it's about to push through. There you go. Nice move. Nice move. So pop up to 470 so far. There's some resistance at 460. And that got taken out. The float. This is pretty low float, actually. This is extremely low float. But now at this point, you want 450 to start holding that support. You see there's some buyers in there at 450, and 450 is holding up so far. So that's what you want to keep seeing. See 450 hold, and then you'll see it push back up towards 475. SNDE may crack. I think OBLG might be the play now, possibly. There's some support at 438. Let's see this 1 minute. So on the 1 minute, on the 1 minute, there's a bit of a flag that this needs to pop out of. And the top's like 457. Oh, you see it's cracking out the bottom of this flag, so on the 1 minute. Yeah, now on the 5 minute, you see the big upper shadow. Well, that's not that big, but still a pretty decent size upper shadow. But that 438 is trying to hold us some support. A minute and a half on this candle to see if 438 holds up. OGEN. Oh, yeah, SNDE's done for now, most likely. BLNK still slowly pushing up. If BLNK breaks over 8, it's got room up to 850, and then after 850, there's no telling. Let's take that off. Take that off. So a couple possible plays here. Okay, there's the wick. Yeah, there's been some good moves in pre-market, but there's still, I mean, S&D was a good move right through here. I mean, this was an 80-cent move when it broke over 4 again when it was in that other triangle. OBLG, this was you could have got this at the break of 4 at the break of the downtrend here and got it up to 469. So I mean, that's 50-60 cents right there so far. So I mean, there's still some moves. And then MTP was the big runner yesterday. So there's still opportunities, but we're not getting a lot of constant runners. We're just getting little quick pops out of triangles and downtrends and stuff for the majority. Well, we did get a failed breakout on OGEN too. So, OGEN's coming back up though. It's back in this triangle. OGEN might possibly be a play. Again, BLNK here got hung up at the top of the triangle. So they may not break yet. OBLG kind of selling off here. So that was just a quick little move. How do you do pre-market? So if you're wanting to trade pre-market, you can only trade in limit orders. You can't use market, you can't use stop loss, can't use anything. All you can use those limit orders, and you have to make sure you have the TIF turned on. So this right here, the TIF, and then you got to change it to GTC EXT. And then you'll be able to trade in pre-market. But you have to use limit orders. And you can try to fumble with the boxes, but I use the AT ladder and I just limit in and limit out. So, whoops. But just keep in mind, those limit orders are not guaranteed. So pre-market trading is tricky. So I just do the stop loss with the AT ladder. So like I say, if I was in at 175, because the AT ladder is interesting. So the price is above 174 right now. It looks like, yeah. So above the price will be a limit order on the AT on the sell side. Below the current price will be a stop loss. So like right now, if I go down here, you can kind of see it. Let me open this a little bit better. You can see sell 100 stop. So anything below the current price will be a stop loss order on the AT ladder. Anything above the current price will be a limit order. So that's what I use for stop losses if I'm going to use these. And then the buy side is all limit. Oh no, it's got buy stop. So buy stop is above. I just never use buy stops, but and buy limits below. And that's why it's kind of tricky with pre-market, because you got to get those limit orders in. But that's how I do it, just because it's easy and quick. You can pull up a whole box, a whole trade box or whatever to do all that. And there's several different ways to do it, but like if I turn auto send off, I'm going to turn this to one share so I don't screw anything up. And so here's your dialog box, so you can change it. I think you can change it from here. Oh yeah, edit, here we go. So yeah, if you don't do it the AT ladder, you have to go through this nonsense of putting in this whole order, and you got to change it, buy, sell, quantities there, and then your order type, market, limit, stop, stop limit, trail stop limit. Not really exactly sure what MOC is or LLC, but never in my life have I ever thought to myself that I need an MOC or LLC order. So, I mean, all I pretty much use is these three: market, limit, and stop. Although I am interested in learning more about trailing stop, but I just don't know enough about it yet of how it works. But I hear good things. But for me, because I'm try to be in and out and quick with entries and exits, AT ladder and market buttons. That's what I use. This is actually not a terrible build-up on BLNK, because it's not breaking 8 right away. It's still slowly creepy climbing. It is losing a little bit of volume, but if volume comes back in, got a little seller at 77.77 holding it down, but this still could be a possible play if it breaks 8. Oh, SNDE didn't die off yet. I'm building a little bit higher lows. You got in at $6 on BLNK? How'd you do that? Are you in BLNK from a swing trade from yesterday or something? Oh, 7, okay. You got in at 7? Well, you're doing pretty good then if you got in at 7. Well, BLG hasn't died off yet. Still trying to hold up the 9 EMA. OGN's really losing volume. One Life is real quiet today. See, PSTH is the stock he was talking about. PSTH. No, it's still not out. One Life, when does that IPO come out? What time is it coming out? Actually, probably no. This is how the triangle is. I've got this triangle drawn wrong. Drawn wrong. There's the triangle. Because $8 is what it's got to break. BKYI? Really? I saw it. Oh, yeah. Nice pop so far on BKYI. Why is it popping up? No PR. I know. Oh, okay. Yeah, it did have, I think it had an offering or something, so it did drop down quite a bit from where it was at. So this is a nice little dead cat. So nice job. Nice job, Steven, there on the dead cat on BKYI. Getting a nice rebound. You got in at 64, yeah. That's not too bad. Definitely got some resistance at 70 cents, so you want to see 70 cents hold up as support now at this point. Yeah, don't bag hold the dead cat. Do not bag hold the dead cat. Once you're done with the dead cat, you gotta throw it. You just gotta throw it back in the pet cemetery. Those dead cats only come alive for a little while, and then they have to go back to the pet cemetery. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Mark. If it can keep climbing up into this triangle tip, up to this $8 point, it could be a pretty nice sized breakout. But it's got to get there, and volume is... look on the 1 minute, see the volume. Yeah, volume has been lower the past little while. It needs to hold up this 760 area. If it cracks below that, then it's gonna drop. Needs to hold up 760 for the next 3 minutes, and it's starting to crack now. So I don't know. It may not do it. Hold on. Let me make sure my trend line's drawn right. What am I doing? What's going on here? There we go. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it's cracking to me. Well, maybe 750s needs to hold up. No, I was probably wrong about 760. I think it's 750 that needs to hold up. My trend line was a little bit off, it looked like, because there was a candle wick sticking below down here, so it was a little bit off. I don't know. It still needs some time though. Still needs probably 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and then maybe we can see this try to break out. See, OBLG still slowly going sideways. S&D has come back alive. And you see it's getting held up at 4. If it can break over 4 again, it may come back alive here. Oof, I don't know. BLNK is getting a little sketchy. And that may be because SNDE is starting to get a little bit of attention again here. It's trying to break the downtrend now, but it is getting held up a little bit. Let's see, let me adjust that. If $4 holds as support, this possibly could be a play again. I'm a little nervous on it because there's not a lot of volume at the moment. Volume's trying to push up. BLNK is trying to hold that 750, so BLNK is still alive. Oh, now S&D's starting to pop a little bit. Nice, Donna. Nice job. You seem like you're getting the hang of it pretty well. There you go, Donna. Good job. Have a great rest of your day. Take care of them childrens. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. You'll get it. You'll get it. I mean, you seem to be finding the right setup, so you're doing something right, whether you know what you're doing or not. You're on the right track. So just keep up what you're doing, keep learning, and you will be good to go. So OGN, yeah, OGN's done cracking out of this triangle nice and strong now, so that guy's gone. BKYI is alright. The new buyer just came in at 415. He got taken out immediately. Alright guys, give me a couple of minutes. I'm going to take a quick little break here, and then we'll be back to finish off the stream here. SNDE looks like it's going to try to make a move though. Possibly. We'll see. Huh. You too, Donna. Have a good one. Yeah, you don't want to overtrade, Mark. You're definitely right about that. You tend to give up. Man, everything's failing right now. BLK just cracked. SNDE couldn't break. A little fake out here. BLG is still slowly climbing. What's the SPY doing? The SPY's going sideways. There it goes. Okay. Huh. BKYI selling off too. Everything just selling off all of a sudden. See, the top of the triangle has changed now because of this high. At 428. Oh, it hit 428. I said that earlier. I said that 428 was going to be strong resistance. If it came back up to that, it would have to break there. That's exactly where I got hung up at. Is at that 428, right at the 100-day. HMHC. This is climbing, but this is a little weird. The volume is a little weird on it. They're showing 125 million shares, which means the float's probably around 100 million. But these volume candles are not that big. None of these volume candles are even over 1 million. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd want to touch that because it's a little strange to be making this move with this light of volume. It was on your list. But yeah, but it didn't fit the criteria. Yeah, I mean, sometimes there'll be stocks like this that will go up and make. I mean, this is a nice move, but it's just harder to predict because I mean, it's just weird that this high of a float with this low of volume is moving like this. But I mean, this right here is a perfect triangle. I mean, that is a perfect triangle break, so you could have predicted it. I don't know. It's just weird. I wouldn't have traded it personally, but there was an opportunity there. So we'll give the stream about, I don't know, we'll give the stream about 10, 15 more minutes here. I want to see if S&D is going to try to break out or not. It's going to have to break over 428 though. That area is just going to be tough. OBLG starting to sell off. Take that off now. And a little bit of a triangle. Kind of a weird one though. Oh, Boxlight got a nice move today. 265 up to 325. Little 60-cent move. No PR. How's Solo doing today? Let's check out Solo. Solo trying to get back to 350. So buyers are trying to keep S&D up. We got these lower shadows here. Buyers pushing it back up here. Looks like it's trying to hold $4. What'd you get scared on, Dom? He was in for the bounce to 420. And you got stopped out on this candle here, probably. And this bottom wick, this little wick that pushed down. Can I say a joke? I don't know, man. I don't know jokes. The biggest joke right now is our political system. Hey, how about that? Does that make you feel? Is that a good joke for you? uh, hey, Kofi, there's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you need a computer for college and you were able to buy it off of the profits you've been making trading, then good job, man. That's good. So that's good stuff right there, man. Good for you trying to better yourself. You know, you're learning day trading at such a young age. Just was able to make profit and get you a computer for college. You know, that's pretty inspiring. A lot of people your age right now are probably on TikTok. So you're probably ahead of about 90% of your peers in your age range. Yeah, S&D is looking a little sketchy at the moment. TikTok is it's I don't know. There's a lot about TikTok right now. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, man. But don't think of it like that. Don't let it hurt your gut. Think of it. You know, you you're making an investment in yourself by buying that computer for your college. So while you're taking some money out of your trading investment account, you're still making an investment in yourself that's going to pay off, most likely, unless you're going to college for like lesbian arts or something. If that's what you're trying to major in, then it's probably not going to pay off or work out for you. But if you're going to college for something that's actually, valuable, that there are actually high paying jobs for, that's a good investment. So don't feel bad about it at all. Not that there's anything wrong with lesbian arts degree, but me personally, I just don't think that's a great investment if you're going to college. There's some degrees out there that really don't, they really don't make sense of why they're degrees. Or at least to me, because there's degrees that you can get and then get out of college and not get a very good job with. So that was just the first one that popped up in my mind. Yeah, engineering and coding. Well, look, man, you get a degree in engineering and coding. That's a good field. There's definitely going to be some big money there. Just keep learning day trading throughout college while you're doing that, By the time you're out of there and you got a nice $100,000 a year paying job, you can start you another account with $25K in it, man. You'll be ready to go. I'm telling you, just keep it up. Do both. Do both. You'll be retired by the time you're 30. At the route you're on, you will be retired by the time you're 30. So you're still young, man. You're so young. You got so much time. A lot of people don't understand how much you can actually accomplish in a short amount of time. Like 10 years seems like a long time, but 10 years is not really that long of a time, but it's a long enough time to where there's a lot that you can do and a lot you can accomplish. So because day trading's not going to go anywhere. If you got the opportunity right now to get a degree in something like that where it's going to be high paying, day trading will still be there. It's not going anywhere, as long as, most likely, barring anything apocalyptic. Normally I'd be more confident about saying that the stock market's not going anywhere, but 2020's been kind of a wild year, so I'm not gonna go completely 100% on saying that. I know what you're trying to say there, Daniel B. Trying to throw a little smart comment in there, but you're not wrong. Yeah, as apocalyptic seeming as COVID has been, you know, the market's still here and actually doing pretty well. So the COVID apparently was not apocalyptic enough. It's got to be something pretty apocalyptic, I'd imagine. It was enough to drop the market, but at this point, this is a pretty big rebound. Barring something like aliens. Aliens come down, it might change the way things happen. You know. Something like that. Like Sky, I'm not familiar with what Skynet is. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You have to explain that one to me. It does look like SNDE is going to crack here. Volume's really, really died off. That's why it's so important. You gotta see that volume coming in at the break, and right now, it's testing support, and there's not enough volume on it to even try to hold it up. So SND looks like it's going to sell off too. OBLG is just not doing anything. This triangle, like I said, was weird, so it makes sense it didn't do anything yet. Yeah, no late pop on anything so far. Oh, okay. Okay. I've seen it's, yeah. I don't think you need to apologize for spoilers for 30-year-old movies. If somebody's not seen the Terminator by now, then that's kind of fair game that you're giving spoilers. I've seen several of the Terminator movies, but I really was never that big into them. So I don't think I've ever rewatched any of them. But yeah, yeah, Terminator, Skynet, that type of stuff. Yeah, something like that happens, day trade might not be here. But I'm positive. I'm optimistic for the outlook of the future. I think everything's gonna turn around at some point. So I don't think the stock market's going anywhere. I don't think we're gonna have anything that apocalyptic to ruin the world. I don't know where One Life is. That's why I was yelling at him several times, trying to ask him about that IPO. I wanted to take a look at that IPO when it comes out. So I have no idea, DB. Yeah, there's a lot of movies where AI takes over the world, and that could be a possibility. There is a lot of AI advancements happening right now too. So I would be maybe a little nervous about some of them AI advancements. But here's the thing, here's the thing. Think about your iPhone or your laptop or your iPod, whatever your electronic equipment is. They all have one common weakness. If AI is going to take over, you just throw it in the toilet. If you throw it in the toilet, whatever the AI is on that device, that'll take care of it. Just throw it in the toilet and then just let it die. Don't put it near any rice or anything. My favorite movie is Happy Gilmore. Like I said, I'm a happy, relaxed person, so I like stuff like that. Happy Gilmore was like my childhood movie growing up, and I probably watched that movie more than any other movie in my life. So there you go. It's waterproof, but is it toilet proof? Aliens? Yeah, the aliens and Predator movies, they're not too bad. Aliens was pretty good. And then Alien versus Predators was pretty good as well for one of the newer ones. What movie you like? Daniel B, you like Aliens or Happy Gilmore? Which one you like, Daniel B? I can't imagine you like Happy Gilmore, as grumpy as an old man as you are. You never like watching anything happy, probably. Boy, volume's just dying off in the market right now. If you look at all these stocks, the current volume, dead, dropping off. Dead, dropping off. Dead, dropping off. Dead, dropping off. See HMC. Oh, HMC actually finally got 1 million in volume on a candle. So that one's not dropping off yet. There's a few things holding up, but the penny stock world is losing a lot of volume. Oh, you like comedy movies? Look at there. Look at there. Daniel B., you're not a robot. I thought you were some mystical robot. Well, alright guys, any more questions or suggestions or ideas? Go ahead and get those in. We'll give the stream about 5 more minutes here. I'll chop it up with you guys for a few more minutes and then we'll call it a day. Epic, you seem to be a sci-fi movie enthusiast, so what was your thoughts on Alita Battle Angel? Oh, how high? Oh, gotcha, Daniel B. I gotcha now. Gotcha. I know what movie you're talking about. It didn't click in my head what movie you were talking about when you said that. You never watched Alita? Even though he did not direct it, Alita was pretty good. Like, of all the sci-fi movies that I've seen in the past year or two, Alita was pretty good. The what do you call it? I'm blanking out here. What do they call the graphics? What is it called? CGI. That's what I was trying to think of. The CGI in Alita was pretty wild. Yeah. I thought Alita was one of the best movies of last year. Was it last year it came out, or was it this year? I don't know. This year's been so crazy. I've lost track of the last year and a half of everything that's been going on. It's hard to keep up. But yeah, if you've not seen Alita Battle Angel and you like sci-fi movies, you should check that out. Pretty wild movie. Like serious movies. It's funny, the stream has turned into a movie review stream. I like a bit of everything. I don't tend to watch a lot of movies, but when I do get a chance, I like to watch a little bit of everything. Let's see here. If S&D can break back over 4, might could be a play again, but I don't know. It's looking It's real sketchy. It's in the tip of this triangle. It doesn't look like it's going to break out, but because it's really struggling just to get out. Let's see, where's it struggling at? Yeah, it's struggling to get over 390. If it could break back over 4 there, maybe it could be a play there. But other than that, I don't see too much else going on. Prometheus, I think I saw that movie. But I can't remember. I don't know. But we can continue the movie conversation tomorrow if you guys would like after we're done trading. But I'm going to call it a day. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. We will be back tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your day and stay safe out there. Until next time.